Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Everything is Bad New Fangled Motion Picture Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the newest episode of the New Fangled Motion Picture Show. Unless other episodes have come out by the time you're listening to this, then it's not the newest episode.
Yeah, if you listen to them out of order, then I guess
God help you.
it's not. Anyway,
we're here today to review the mustachiest of all movies to come out this year. Super Troopers 2.
Yep.
Do you like Super Troopers 1? Because if you do, you'll like this movie.
Yeah. That's not to say it's like so many comedy sequels where it's like a copy. There are definitely like callbacks to the first one, but it's not really derivative.
Right. It's just the same kind of humor. Like
right.
If you like that flavor of humor, you'll enjoy this movie because it's more of that. Because it's all the same guys.
Yeah.
This movie holds the dubious position of, I don't know why I said dubious, but felt good to say it, of being the highest crowdfunded movie, or the biggest crowdfunded movie of all time, beating out the previous one, which was Laser Team from Rooster Teeth, by like $2 million. I think it almost doubled what Laser Team managed to collect.
All right.
But yeah, it comes through in the movie that this is clearly like an indie film, that these guys made the film they wanted to make.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of how Broken Lizard always has done their movies. They just, they do these low budget indie films, and that way they can do them how they want to do them. But yeah, so it was a very funny movie.
Yep.
I laughed through pretty much the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of bad Canadian accents, some good Canadian accents.
Yeah, the premise is that inspecting like border lines, it turns out that there's a chunk of Canada that's actually should be in America, north of the border in Vermont.
Yep.
And so Canada's agreed to hand that chunk of land over to America, and there's this little Canadian town there that now is going to become American soil, and so the main characters sort of sent up north to try to start setting up this in American law enforcement, and bring them into the fold. And
Canadians not happy about it.
Yeah, well, would you be happy if, suddenly like, oh yeah, we're going to be part of Mexico? I mean, no.
I'd fight back.
Yep. So
yeah,
it's basically just, most of it is the hijinks between our main group of characters and
the Mounties.
The Mounties.
Yeah. And the town mayor.
Yeah, and then like any other Canadian citizens that don't like so.
But yes, it was fun. Hijinks ensue. A lot of all the guys sort of razzing on each other the whole time and that sort of thing. There's a whole montage of them messing with people, like in the first one with the cat thing, and all those classics, like messing with the stoners and the shrooms, all that stuff. Like that's sort of stuff. There's a whole sequence of that, so there's that. It's like half the reason to watch the original Super Troopers.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a good movie. I recommend it. It's not necessarily one of those movies that you absolutely have to see in theater.
No.
In
if
fact,
you didn't like the first one, you're not going to like this one.
Yeah. Well, I saw an interview with these guys from Rooster Teeth, because they premiered the movie at South by, and they mentioned how they know the majority of their audience, the overwhelming majority of their audience, are stoners. And they're like, how do we... Those people, they don't like go to movies to the movie theater except for like, big deal things. Like, how do we get our audience to go to the movies and see it? Because they made their profit off of DVD sales and rentals.
Yeah.
For the first movie. So like, how do we? How do we?
That was long enough to go. They were making them off of VHS sales too.
Yeah, that's true. But it was, they're like, how do we get our core audience to go to the movie theater to watch this movie? And so that's why they decided to release it on 420, because they're like, let's have a gimmick. Maybe it'll pay off.
Yeah.
I mean, when we saw it, the theater was pretty full. We saw it on a Saturday at a matinee showing on opening weekend. It was like 1:30 in the afternoon. It was a full theater. Pretty full theater. Granted, it wasn't one of the big screens at that particular theater.
No.
It was like one of the medium ones.
But there were quite a few people there.
Yeah. But yeah, so recommend you go see this movie. I don't know if we even need to bother with the spoiler part, because
all we'd be doing is talking about the jokes, and you just
what's the point? So we're not the whole review this time spoiler free. We're not even gonna go into a spoiler bit.
Yeah,
because there's not really a whole lot we can say that we haven't already. So I think that's it for me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. There was our review of Super Troopers 2. Check out our next video that will likely actually be the newest video by the time anyone sees this, because it's going up right away, is for Avengers. We were a week late reviewing Super Troopers 2.
We saw it opening weekend, but we didn't record this till a week later.
Yeah, stuff gets in the way. It is what it is. But yeah, so check out our next review is Avengers. Go check out our previous reviews. If you like comedies, go check out our review for Death of Stalin. I don't think it's in theater anymore, but it's a great movie and you should go see it as well.
Yeah.
So, cool. Thanks for listening. Until next time, toodles.
Bye.